What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Ghosts of the Night, a hauntings and paranormal podcast. I am Phil Sams. Thank you for checking out this episode. Today we have another On the Hunt episode, which is called Demons in the Dolls. So you're going to want to check this one out. Ghost in the Night with Phil Sams. Now, before I play the clips from this particular investigation, I have done videos of this particular investigation. You can find those on the YouTube channel. But this investigation, we went to a haunted location which had dolls. It was filled with hundreds upon hundreds of dolls, it seemed like. And it had various reports of activity. And it was an interesting location. Now, I've talked about this in a previous podcast, but these particular clips I haven't actually shared on the Hunt episode. So that's one I wanted to do today. That way you can hear them, because I know not everybody that listens to the podcast actually watches the YouTube videos. You can get the independent clips of these over on the channel, but here is just the audio for the listeners, and there's also going to be a video for this episode as well. But I wanted to share it with everybody. That way everybody can get a chance to listen to it and give me their opinions. Now, the first clip I want to play is a ghost box session where we had some some very interesting responses. And I'll be back after that clip to kind of go over some stuff, what we heard, what I think, and everything. But before I play that clip, now this location, I'm not big on feelings or being sensitive to the area around me when I'm investigating. But this location, there was one room where I was very uncomfortable. Now, where either one of these sessions wasn't that particular room, but it was one room I was very uncomfortable. I felt nauseous. I just did not want to be there. Now, it didn't last all night, but it was prevalent in the walkthrough. Now, once we started the investigation, nothing. So I don't know what that was. I don't know if it was something interacting with me, or it wasn't an EMF spike, or there wasn't high EMF in that field. We tested that. I don't know what it was. Was there something evil? Was there something dark? Was there something there that was affecting me? I still don't have an answer to that. And this has been about a good 8 to probably about 10 months, maybe even a year since this particular investigation. But this first clip, like I said, is a ghost box session that we did, and we got some interesting responses, and I'll be back to kind of go over what we got. So check this clip out. All right, we are at the Dollhouse in Greensburg, Indiana. Has a bunch of creepy ass dolls in it. Supposedly some haunted items, some maybe dark items, some demonic items. We will find out. We're going to do a quick ghost box session here and see what we get. Could be a complete cluster, but we'll find out how it goes. We are going to do a ghost box session, like I said, and hopefully we will get some activity, and if not, we'll find out.
Is there a lady in here who died of a heart attack?
What'd that say?
It just said yes.
Can you tell us your name? Cindy? Did that say Cindy or? How old were you when you died of your heart attack?
78 or something? Dead.
How long have you been dead?
Cindy.
That's Cindy twice. Cindy, are you the woman who had the heart attack? Are you, Cindy, are you attached to one of these dolls or the house?
Cindy's here.
Cindy, which doll? You can't be attached to all of them. Don't be stingy. Let's say Cindy again.
The guy says demon.
Is there a demon or dark energy in this house? Me? You saying I'm a demon? Oh, son, you have no idea. Just say I.
I or hi.
Is Cindy the demon?
Kitchen.
What? Kitchen?
Kitchen.
Who's in the kitchen? Or what is in the kitchen? Two. Two what?
That's weird.
If you're a demon, can you tell me your name?
Bowsix.
What did it say?
Bowsix.
Balzix? Works.
Can you appear in the mirror? Can you show yourself in the mirror? You know what I just said?
What?
All hail Satan.
All hail Satan. All right.
Nice.
So, once again, the Prince of Darkness has followed me from Rawls Opera House to Indiana.
Belts or something like that.
Beelzebub. Now, let's be real. Are you just a spirit pretending to be a demon to scare us? Alrighty, so if you heard, we had some interesting responses. We had Cindy come through. We had, old lady, we know there was a death there. We know we had hints that maybe it was something like a brothel at one time. So we don't know exactly what we're dealing with, but we know somebody died there, and female, and was Cindy that woman? Very interesting. And it's weird to get, I'm not saying that ghost box are 100%. You still have to decipher between what you're listening to. Is it something else, or is it just, a blurb from the radio signal? I like it when we get multiple words. I don't like these one-word answers all the time, because that could very well be just picking up the radio as it's scanning through. But it was interesting to get Cindy several times, I believe 3 times. Now, as you listen to it, you did hear things got a little dark, things got a little heavy. We did get Satan and evil. Now, I will point out one thing. Now, somebody in the group that was with us at that time was very sensitive, and we were doing a session, wasn't this particular session, and I can't remember whether it was before or after this session. I know for a fact this person wasn't in the room when we did this session, because you don't hear him at all. But he, at one point during the investigation, he felt that something evil was in the kitchen, which is just adjacent to the room we were in for this recording. And naturally, me being me, I said, well, let's go. I went in there, and naturally said, be careful and all that. I didn't feel anything. And that kitchen is right next to the room that I had my issue with early in the night before the investigation even started, when we were just doing the walkthrough. But I did not feel anything. But that doesn't mean there wasn't something there. That doesn't mean that there wasn't maybe a darker force there. I just didn't feel it. And I never get too excited when I hear the word Satan or evil or demon on a ghost box. I just don't. If anything, I think it's just, if it is a spirit, it is just something trying to intimidate, something trying to scare. That's all it is. I'm sorry. It's just the way it works. I do not think Satan is communicating through a ghost box. Not happening. I just think if it is something, it's the spirit or a ghost or whatever, I think it's just trying to intimidate, trying to poke fun at us, maybe. Or it could be something a little darker. Very possible. But I don't know. So this second clip is just an EVP session where we did have some strange things. We did hear some strange things. Sounded like maybe some disembodied voices at one time or another. And we even go check it out. Somebody goes checks it out because we think maybe somebody's in the backyard. But nobody was there. It didn't seem to be contamination noise, but we did, get some disembodied voices, what it sounded like. Almost whispers. EVP wise, not really much going on in that way, but it's just interesting how we did get some interaction on this portion of the investigation. So check this one out. Greensburg, Indiana, the Dollhouse, EVP Session, Cincinnati Ghost Chasers. We have Amber, Bonnie, Greg, and Frankie are in the other room. And we have Jeff, the newcomer, somewhere around here. Oh, he's in the other room too. No, Frankie's over there, I believe. We're going to do a quick EVP session in this particular room. There's supposedly a demonic doll in a case. We're going to see what happens. Let's get the digital recorder up and running. Okay. I think it's the 8th, isn't it? Yeah. EVP session number 1. Put the recorder down. Is there anybody in this room with us right now? Might hear a few little beeps. That's not paranormal, that's phones. And just to make a note, you will hear the heater running because it's cold as hell outside. And hell's not cold, but still.
Out of the 2 little girls currently here, can you name, or at least give us one of your names, please? Cold chill.
Can you tell me about the doll in the case? Is that one of the little girls? Frankie, you got a camera set up right there? Is that pointed at me?
Do you want it to be?
No, I'm just asking because those lights, looks like the IR lights, they flickered. I don't know if it was me moving.
Maybe.
Set it off. How many spirits are in here right now with us? There's a lot of dolls in here. Some of them are supposedly haunted or have some attachments.
Okay, the number that came to my head, go magic number 5.
Magic number 5.
The air is very heavy. Do you agree, Bonnie?
Yeah, it is.
See, now in this room, I'm good. It's just that other room in there. I don't know what it is. Can you move something around for us? Make a noise. Show us that you're here.
Oh, God.
That was Frankie, obviously getting a little feeling.
It was like, ha-ha, not touch me yet, ha-ha.
Can you tell me my name? Whoever is supposedly inside the wardrobe.
You're talking?
No.
Is it a man's voice?
Yes.
That's what I heard. Like a mumble.
I hear it right back here.
That's where I thought I heard it from.
You pick anything up? No, I heard a mumble like right here.
If that was you that Frankie and Bonnie heard, can you speak a little louder so maybe I can join the fun?
Something grabbing you?
It felt like there was something on my leg.
Did you just talk?
That was me, sorry.
Just want to make sure.
That's not the voice I heard.
No, he was in that room,
Mm-hmm.
which is the next place I'm going.
Are you hiding from us? Playing cat and mouse?
Again. I still hear it.
Well, hopefully my recorder's at least picking it up.
It's very disembodied. I'm sure Bonnie will agree with me.
Yeah.
It's kind of distant.
Yeah. It's awful.
Yeah. Like if you were in a field, it would be
Yeah.
off in the distance. There.
Now, could it?
Man.
You think it could be somebody outside? I mean, a house outside. What's there? Is there houses behind this?
One way to find that out.
I'm not sure if there is from the drive-in, because these houses are pretty close together. Can you move something? Apparently that case has been knocked over. Show me what you got.
You have to say no.
Okay.
Any other houses? There's no voices out there. It's just this came to my mind. I don't know if Bonnie did. Amber. It almost sounds like a person would be like in a barrel or something
Right.
with a lid on top.
Like it's muffled.
Right.
Or like in a tunnel,
Yeah.
and you're
something
outside.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I couldn't tell what it was saying
No.
because it was too muffled.
You're awful quiet tonight. There's a lot of activity been reported here.
See, as soon as I go in there, it stops.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't want you to hear it. If you go too close to that door, you don't hear it anymore. But if you step back in a couple of feet,
You might hear, I believe, Greg talking in the kitchen.
yeah,
Might,
I do, but that wasn't.
but I'm just making a note on the recorder.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I don't want to get all excited when I'm listening to this back.
You know, to me, even with everything I said, it almost sounds, this is even crazier, it almost sounds like it's coming from up.
All right, I'm going to end this session for my recordings. You got about 30 seconds to knock on something, say something. Tell me your name. It's a little red light here on the recorder. That was somebody in the other room.
Thank you.
All right. I'll be back. I hope you enjoyed that clip. It's kind of boring. It's just me asking questions or some other people asking questions. We're really hoping to get something on playback when we listen to the episode or listen to the tape or the recording of that session. Didn't really get anything that I would definitely say was a EVP. We did have some little weird noises that once I filtered out for this podcast episode doesn't really come into account. You can't really hear them. It filters itself out because it's so weak. I don't think we got any responses on the recorder. However, like I said earlier, we do hear some disembodied voices. I can't explain that. It wasn't somebody went outside. There wasn't anybody out there. Now, that's not to say somebody was there, knew we were there, said something to where we could hear it, and then took off. That's always a possibility, but I'm not 100% sure. Now, am I going to say this house is haunted? I didn't experience it. If it is, I don't know. I mean, this is probably the one investigation where I really don't know. I can't say it's 100% haunted, but I did have that experience on the walkthrough where I felt like shit, where I was uneasy. For the first time, felt like I didn't want to be there. But that was it for the evening. I mean, outside of a few little knocks and bangs, I did not feel anything. We did not get much on the recorders. We did have some personal experiences or personal feelings, but I can't prove any of those. So on an evidence standpoint, I can't say it's haunted. Do I think something could be there? Possible. Did it just not want to interact? Very possible. Or this just could be a bunch of bullshit. And maybe just the fact that these dolls are here, kind of builds up the emotion in the room to where you think it's going to be haunted, and people are experiencing stuff just because of the expectation to actually experience something. I think that might be more of it than normal, because with all these dolls there, you are in such high hopes of getting activity. Your brain is telling you you're going to get activity, so you're going to find it because you're expecting it, not because it's actually haunted. Now, is there anything evil in any of those dolls? Are there demons in those dolls? I'm going to say no. Honestly, I do not think there are. I did not just get that feeling from any object in that room or in that home. So I don't know. I mean, I don't even think they opened this place up for investigation anymore, so can't go back. So I don't know. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I think it's just built up and there's probably nothing really there. And if there is something there, it's real light. It's not maybe more of a trickster, maybe more of something that doesn't want to interact. So it kind of makes you feel a little uneasy if there is something there. But like I said, I don't know. I can't with 100% certainty say there is anything there at all with the lack of evidence that we caught. We did have some interesting K2 spikes at some point, at a few times in the evening where there wasn't any spikes or any EMF at the before or after. That does make it interesting, but I'm not going to say it's haunted by any stretch. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I like sharing these investigation portions because it kind of gives you an idea of what we do, what I do. If you like it, be sure to leave me a comment on the YouTube page or at ghostinthenight.podcast.com. Let me know what you think if you like these On the Hunt episodes. We don't have anything new coming out because of the quarantine, because I haven't been able to go and investigate, but that is what it is. Hopefully in the next month or so, maybe we'll be able to get out and I'll be able to get some new material or some new footage and be able to share that with you. But who knows what's going to happen when things calm down here a little bit. I do have some stuff, recorded that I could probably share. Next episode is about how the paranormal has become mainstream. And is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Are there pros? Are there cons? That's what next episode is going to be about. I believe that will be episode 78. I think so. Good enough. But I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Ghost in the Night. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at night_ghost. And follow us on Twitter at Ghost in the Night, or follow us on Facebook at Ghost in the Night. We're on Instagram. We do have a website where you can pick up paranormal t-shirts for the podcast, or just general paranormal topic t-shirts. Like I said, that's at ghostinthenight.podcast.com. So till next week, take care, everybody.